All right, guys. Today we are gonna be reacting to Andrew destroys the delusion of 48-year-old woman. Jump in.
Then 18.
So
Yes.
better looking now at 48 than you were at 18.
I was very insecure, yes, at
Well,
that time.
Perhaps you were insecure, but
Now I have a wonderful husband who gives me that,
just so security undoes
I think
30 years
the
of
look is
aging.
how we feel, really, Brian. It's just, seriously, the looks is how we feel. If we feel really not confident, no matter if it is going to be the most gorgeous person in the world, if they don't feel confident, they don't feel confident.
You should go read the fairy tale. The Emperor Has No Clothes. You should read it.
I will write it down.
Yeah, the Emperor Has No Clothes. I'm serious. You should read it.
Okay.
Yeah, this goes
wait, I
right
have a
into what
question.
you're saying.
So wait, how about this? What if you had been secure at 18, but not as secure as you are now at 48?
I didn't have at that time the wisdom and knowledge that I have now. So for me,
Let's say you had the wisdom and the knowledge.
I do not rate people based on looks. I really don't. I know we have this conversation over and over and over, and I do not rate myself based on looks or other people. I don't. I see who they are on the inside. That's what matters to me. That's the beauty.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You call that bull? Bull, or you guys okay with it? You sound like you want it to be so perfect. This is crazy, man.
Everything else that is outside.
So he's an ICU burn victim. Half his face is melted off. All you can see
But
is
it's a
his
beautiful-
hang on. All you can see is his teeth through the skin like that, right? You just see the teeth.
Andrew-
And hang on, and half of them are missing, and one of his eyes is kind of hanging
think
out like
Two-Face is
this.
hot.
Right,
Andrew,
and then
it's
on the other side,
unusual.
and then on the other side, he's got this massive scar which comes down like this. Plus, he was born fat and short. You're not judging his looks at all. I just want to make sure we're clear. You're not going to judge his looks at all.
I am always working on myself to not judge people. I have a client who doesn't have arm and leg, and he just got married, and in a very happy marriage. It is fantastic and wonderful man, who he is on the inside, the heart, how he cares about
what
other
does that have to
people.
do with his physical attract? Like, okay, let me ask you this: since you pair people up, have you ever told a man that he should lose some weight or get in better shape, and that would increase his chances of getting a mate?
And women as well.
Yeah, okay. So you
And
tell them
women
both
as
to do
well.
that because you're judging them on their
I
appearance.
don't judge.
Yeah, then why are you telling them to lose
I am
weight?
explaining
Then
them
why are
what
you
is-
telling them to lose weight?
Okay,
That's
can
a
I answer?
value judgment.
Can I answer?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not telling them to lose weight. I'm explaining them what is going to happen if they don't.
Yeah.
Like the time frames, what we will need to work on, and so on. And what will happen if they do a quick adjustment in their physical look. It is going to be a little bit faster or whatever, but the choice is theirs. My opinion about them, who they are, is not going to
Yeah,
change.
but you've made a value judgment on their physical appearance. And what you've done is
I
you've
did not
said,
make a
yeah, you
judgment.
have. I'll explain. There's no way around this. It's an entailment. If you tell a person, if I told you, if you lost 20 pounds, let's say, that the chances that you would attract a mate who is better than the current pool of mates you were after is going to increase. How have I not made a value judgments on your looks? Haven't I done that?
Andrew, I will take.
Like, is there any way around that?
I will take.
No, there's really no way around that,
I will
right?
take an average-looking client, whether it is male or female, who is absolutely fantastic person,
Yep.
loving and kind and thinking of
Yep.
others and with an open heart, than any model-looking guy who is an asshole.
And I'm not telling
okay?
you that that's
or
wrong.
woman who has just absolutely no value
Yeah, but I'm
system.
not telling you that that's wrong. Right? Great. I'm glad that you're making an assessment on a person based on the entirety of the package of the
Because I
person.
want to have
yeah,
happy
Yeah, I
family.
get it.
All right.
Right? There's going to be value inside of a person's religious practices, their home values. There's going to be value in all that, right? We agree on that.
Yes.
But if you tell a person, hey, if you lose weight, it's going to up your chances of getting a woman who has X qualities, you are making a value assessment on their physical appearance.
I will give-
And there's no possible way to cope your way out of that.
I give person an option, and I explain what is going to happen if they don't, and it is okay, whatever the choice.
Just the cope is so real on this one. Wow. This is why you don't pay female consultants. She's just lying. She's just lying. I don't know what she lying about. She probably have a lot of good females that are their customers, but it's just even even if you pay her money to be honest, she struggled to be honest.
This is going to be, okay?
is
And I
insane.
will explain the time frames and everything if they
gonna
do.
lose my head
But
here,
choice is
man.
going to be theirs. It is going to be theirs.
I'm not saying that the choice isn't theirs.
But I
I'm
don't
saying that
judge.
you're making a value judgment on their appearance. If you weren't making a value judgment on their appearance, then how could you tell them
Making an
that they
assessment.
need to change their appearance in order to attract this thing that they want? You have to be making a value judgment. It's impossible for you not to be making
I
a value
am
judgment.
working on myself every day and every minute.
Working
to-
on what? Like, you're not doing
Not to
anything
judge,
wrong.
not to judge, to love, to accept people who they are, but to lay out the plan for them and what is going to happen if these circumstances take place or those circumstances don't take place.
Yes.
But I am working constantly on myself,
But isn't it love?
not to judge.
Isn't it love and kindness to tell a person who says, "Oh, I'm really striking out in the dating field"?
Mm-hmm.
How's it not loving to tell them, "Well, you know what? You're pretty fat, and maybe if you lost some weight, you wouldn't strike out so much."
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, okay, maybe you wouldn't, right? But that sounds like it's actually a pretty loving thing to tell a person. Sounds like it's a pretty reasonable, rational.
Do you want me
hang on, hang on.
to tell you how I
hang
would
on,
say it?
hang on. Let me finish.
Can I jump in super
It
quick?
sounds like it's
Super
completely reasonable and rational to say this to a person, and it's even loving. How is it not loving? You just don't like the tone? You just don't like how it's said?
Well, it is not the words. I mean, what matters is how you present it
Yeah,
to
it's
the
tone.
person. Words,
Oh,
words,
okay,
words,
okay.
they matter.
All right, all right.
No, I'll
They
let you
matter.
keep going. You keep really quick. I got to back my boy Andrew here on this, my Caucasian. I got to back him because I gained some weight, and I was
Burritos.
I was manifesting.
Burritos.
Don't go there, Andrew. I was manifesting way more women with large labia when I was in better shape than I'm a little chunky right now. I'm a little chubby. The manifestation has been impeded. There's an energy block, and like the large labia women aren't coming to me as much as when I was like, could you, Austin, really quick, just find my like young fit Brian photos? Like it was easy back in the day, son. Like coming constantly, manifesting. I was doing my astrology. I was doing the Tai Chi,
So you were pulling BLM when you were skinny?
BLM all day, every day.
So now you're struggling a little bit. Now we're
Damn,
so
let's
jealous.
go,
Sound
Ryan.
jealous.
Wow.
Brian pulling all that BLM.
And it's like
I
crazy,
pulled
bro.
just as much as him, so I ain't jealous.
Oh,
Ah,
okay.
damn, Brian, bro.
But I'm just saying, I was skinny, man. I was thin.
Karate stuff.
I was
man.
thin, and then, yep. And Andrew's right, man. Like, I was manifesting giant labia.
Bro, Brian, bro, you lost yourself, man. You lost yourself. That's sad, bro. I know, but hey, you have to at least put it here. If you're gonna increase weight, make sure it's here. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you have to really eat burrito and sit down. You sit down for quite some time. You're 7-8 hours. Like,
And I still, it's
And
not
now
as
it's just
frequent.
normal labia.
Look
at what you've done.
It's terrible. Okay, anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to.
But I mean, here's the thing. I mean, it is actually a good point. The point is that I don't think it's unloving to tell a person the truth, and I think that
It's just how you present it.
I think that, no, see,
See, there
I
you
don't
go.
know about
See,
that
that's
either.
true.
I think that sometimes the presentation is going to be hurtful, no matter what, and I think that sometimes it's actually good that it is. I remember when I was young, my dad used to say shit to me all the time. Like, here, let me give you an example. Hey, stop being a fucking pansy, right? That was a good one. And he was right? He was basically like, what he's saying is stop bitching, stop whining, complaining, go do what you're supposed to do. And he didn't give a shit how it made me feel. He didn't care. And why should he have? The truth is
Because
that
he's
I
a
needed to
practitioner.
do the things which I needed to do, right, to enter into the phase of what you would call manhood, that type of thing. It's not polite. It's not always nice. It's not always neat, right? But I just see it as kind of total cope when people say this. Like, I don't make value judgments on how people look. I don't make value judgments on how people dress. I don't make value because we all do. And the thing is like, you especially in your job are doing it all day long, every single
what I
day.
said.
You're just kind of pretending you're not.
Can I answer now?
Yeah.
I listened to you,
Yep,
right?
yep,
I
sure.
heard you. Okay. So my language and how you're presenting the information, my choice is to actually present it in a motivating way. Okay, so if I know that the person
Present it to him how?
motivating, more like
Oh,
motivating,
motivating.
yeah,
Okay.
motivating, inspiring
sorry, I
way.
just
So
didn't catch the
it's
words as
fine.
he
It's
asked it.
fine. I get it all the time.
Yeah,
It's fine.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So, for example, if I see a client who, has extra weight in this circumstance, right? So I will explain the client. Okay, so here's what is going to be our options. And this is what is going to take the time frame, and this is how your relationship is actually going to be developing, and this is how you will be presenting yourself. This is how you need to answer the certain questions and explain. And I do have clients who actually came from marriage of many, many years, and there was comfort. They created for many, many years. They created the comfort there. They picked up weight. Spouse passed away. Now they're back in the dating world. But it is about explaining, and some people will understand. Okay, and the other option, if you want this and this and this and this, then this is what will need to be required
Right.
to make.
I totally-
Choice is yours,
Sure.
which way you want
I
to go.
totally understand what you're saying, and let me steelman it, or let me repeat it back so that you know I understand. You're saying there's multiple ways to get at what it is you're trying to do. If you want this thing, then you need to do A, B, C, and D. Some of that may include losing weight. Some of it may include dressing differently. Some of it may include making more or less money, right? Yeah. You would agree that you're just offering the idea of the choice that if you want this thing, you need to do these things, right?
Right.
Those are all value judgments.
Damn.
Every single one of those is a value judgment,
judgment.
which you're making.
Wow, that was masterful. Wow, that was clearly masterful. Even me, I'm like, wow, he got me good. He got me good. That was masterful.
Well, you're taking the value of the person and you're matching it against the value of what they want, and you're telling the person what they have to do in order to achieve the valuable thing that they want, which is going to include you making these judgments in your mind. You're too fat.
I'm not making.
You are. You have
fine.
to. You literally have to, or else you couldn't tell them to lose the weight unless you're saying in value.
Or worse, you're being dishonest. Or worse, you're being dishonest. Am I right here, folks? You'll be dishonest. If you're not telling them, you're being a complete dishonest person.
To this thing over here, which is better than you, you have to lose the weight in order to get that thing. You're literally telling them.
Okay.
You're making a value judgment, a value assessment. You're mapping it onto them, and you're saying physically you need to do X. So you're making a judgment.
I'm not saying physically you need to do X. I'm explaining what is going to happen, and it's their choice what they want to do.
Yeah, I know it's their choice, but this.
Anyway, I love all of them. Okay, I do love them.
I'm not saying you
whatever they are,
don't.
overweight. As long as they're great, wonderful, and open-minded. Yeah, I love all of them. And trying not to judge.
Why don't you love the closed-minded people? That's very judgmental.
Because there is closed-minded people, they cannot create the fulfilling relationship.
Sounds very judgy.
Yeah.
Fulfilling relationship.
Yeah, but I mean,
True connection.
that's all judgment.
It is not judgment.
Yeah, how is it not judgment? The second
I
you
would
say
not
you're
be
too
able-
close-minded to do X, you're judging.
We are talking about whether or not I would be able to help them. Okay?
Yeah, but even that's a judgment.
That I would not be able
Yeah,
to
all
help
of that
them.
is making judgments.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That I would not be able to help
Yes,
people
that's
to
you
create
judging.
loving
If I say
relationship.
you're too annoying to work with, or
Not
you're-
annoying.
or hang on, let me finish.
Wrong value
or you're too
system.
dumb to work with, or your value you
Not
worship
the
Satan,
value
so I
system
can't
that
work.
matches mine,
if I
right?
say exactly, that's all value judgment.
But it is my choice.
I agree, it's your choice, but you're still making judgments. Over and over and over
Okay,
again. It's
if
like
you call
one
these
judgment after the
judgments,
next
that's-
judgment after the next judgment. And that's okay. I think that's fine.
You see, I'm not going to be judging you for calling me to be judgmental. I still love you, Andrew. Fantastic. Okay, you wanted
That was a
to.
nice back and forward. She took it. She's a good sport. She's a good sport. She did very good. But think about, man, that I do sales, right? I do sales. Yeah, crazy, right? I don't look like a salesman, but I do sales, consultations, and the way he just asks the questions and bring it back to the first statement is so beautiful, masterful, beautiful. Beautiful. It's a skill. It's a skill that need to develop, right? It's a skill that you need to develop to really understand it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. See you in the next one.